Previously on Dashcam Hull.
Hang on, buddy. Hang on, buddy. Oh, shit.
The AA are not going to be with me until 11 AM.
You are friendly, pup.
You fucking donkey! Oh, a bit of poo came out.
This is really, really hard for me.
Ooh.
What's up, drivers? We continue the adventure exactly where we left off last time, the moment that Tom J took the exit off as I head towards Carlisle. I hit a patch of fog which gives me some brief issues with my windscreen steaming up, but with zero drama, after about 2 hours of further driving, I decide it's time to try and get some rest. So I find myself an isolated spot, get my super thick high-vis and winter socks out of the boot, and I lay down in the back.
3 hours later.
After managing maybe 15 minutes of good sleep within the last 3 hours due to the time restrictions of parking at the services, I have to make a move. I make it another hour down the road, but the quiet roads and tiredness were really getting to me, so I stop at another services to try again. This time I managed maybe 10 minutes of good sleep within 90 minutes before having to vacate again. I was also practically out of fuel at this point, and this is not what you want to see in a moment like this. Thankfully the pump just across from this did have some fuel, so I filled her all the way up, and I crack on once again. Another hour down the road, I decide to attempt sleeping for a third time. Either I'm determined or, according to Einstein, clinically insane. Services seem to start springing into life from around 6 AM it seems. I was wide awake. I looked at the time, sighed, and cracked an energy drink. I just want this to be over with now, I thought to myself, knowing full well I was heading towards the M6 for the morning rush hour. Now if you remember the rules from part 1, you'll remember me saying that I'm allowed a 3-second buffer when entering new speed zones due to the delay of the dashcam's speeder. I passed this 50-mile-an-hour sign at 8 o'clock and 31 seconds, and at the final frame of 8 o'clock and 34 seconds my speed still reads 57 miles an hour, so we have to add the second 5-minute time penalty of the trip. The M6 toll then rejects my Humber Bridge tag as I pay the extortionate fee and continue the journey. Eventually the M6 slows down to 20 miles an hour and below as I continuously check my rear view. One of my biggest fears is texting truck drivers getting caught out by congestion. I've seen enough gut-wrenching videos to be ready to swerve my car out the way at any moment. I try to push through for as long as I can before choosing somewhere for my final stop, because something else was trying to push through, if you catch my drift.
Oh, but he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out.
A few minutes later.
Anyways, I'm sat on the shitter in a dinky little Starbucks services. I check the time and see how far I have to go before it suddenly dawns on me that if I get a shuffle on, I could still complete the challenge in less than 20 hours. Up until this point, roughly from Glencoe, I'd lost the will to care about what time I finished the challenge in as long as I finished it. But to see how close I was to keeping a 1 at the start of my time filled me with adrenaline. I was ready to boss the rest of this. Early on into the final stretch, I almost add a 3rd speeding penalty to my time, this time when entering a 40 zone. I passed the sign at 10:39.20, but thankfully by even the first frame of 10:39.23, the dashcam speed reads 42 miles an hour. 3 miles an hour under 10% plus 1, which would have added another 5 minutes to my final time. Phew. The roads towards Lowestoft on the final stretch were busier than I expected. It was rare that I was even able to drive the speed limit, which with my speeding blunders now becoming slightly frequent probably wasn't a bad thing, but it also meant that the time remaining on my Google Maps kept increasing. The window for making it to Nest Point within 20 hours was very quickly closing. I passed some signs that evidenced I was very near the end of my trip and suddenly got a little emotional.
I've actually done it, I didn't give up.
With roughly 15 minutes remaining to make it to Nest Point to clinch the sub 20, I thought I was golden. And then... With time now well and truly against me, I get a little confused at one of the junctions, then somehow get the correct exit on the roundabout first time. Rare for me, to be honest. A couple more turns whilst eagle-eyeing Google Maps to make sure I don't make any mistakes, and I finally arrive at Nest Point. However, the clock is still ticking.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Not got long for the sub 20. There she is. Yes! Oh, we did it! And that is time.
I released my handbrake in Ardnamurchan at 16:02:07. This clip, according to Windows, was created at 11:53:41, and it takes me 24 seconds to step foot onto the middle of the Nest Point circle, giving me a time of 19 hours, 51 minutes and 58 seconds. Obviously we have to add on the 2 time penalties, giving me a final time of 20 hours, 1 minute and 58 seconds.
Come on, come on! Oh, so close to giving up a few times. But we fucking did it. And I'd like to say that how I feel in this moment right now makes it all worth it, but I don't know if I'd go that far. At the American Point to Ness Point, completed it, mate. Oh.
My trip wasn't over yet though. By sheer chance, my sister had checked something before I set off on this journey. If you remember in Motorway Mondays 34, I drove all the way to Poole and back in a single day to see my dad's name on a new RNLI Shannon lifeboat. And you'll never guess what just so happened to be stationed just a 15-minute walk from Ness Point. Yeah, you really can't make this shit up. My dad was here waiting for me the whole time. Beautiful stuff.
There is actually someone currently in the lifeboat. Didn't expect that.
After having a nice walk with the cold sea mist on my face and taking some pictures, I decided to go and beg Premier Inn to let me in early. And they did, so long as I paid them £15 extra. Honestly, I'd have paid 50 quid to lay in a bed 3 hours early at this point.
To Chris. This is going to be the best sleep I've ever had in my life.
The next day.
Friend of the channel and my favourite Discord admin Nikki popped up to Lowestoft to see me and get some more pictures before I had to begin the 5 hours drive home, which at this point should have felt like 15 minutes, but because I was having an encore of panic attacks it felt much longer, and it wasn't helped by this absolute wazzock either.
Shit, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Shit! Shit! Shit, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Shit! Shit!
Thank you so much for watching, and an even bigger thank you for helping me not just hit, but exceed my goal for the fundraiser. The page shall remain open for the rest of this week if anyone would like to make a final donation, but I've been your host Dashcam Hull, this has been the Ardnamurchan to Ness Point Challenge, and I hope you enjoyed. Peace!